When you hear the name Jawed Habib, what comes to mind? Probably hairstyling, right? Salons, maybe a celebrity haircut. What you almost certainly don't think of is a multi-crore cryptocurrency fraud. But believe it or not, that is the shocking headline at the center of a massive police investigation. Today, we're going to break down exactly what's being alleged and how one of the most trusted names in beauty got tangled up in all of this. So first, to really get the weight of these accusations, you have to understand the brand. Jawed Habib isn't just some stylist. He's an institution, a total celebrity. His family's legacy goes back generations. We're talking official hairdressers for figures like Lord Mountbatten and India's first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru. That name, that brand, it carries a ton of public trust. And that trust is right at the heart of this case, which involves a truly staggering amount of money. Police are estimating the alleged fraud is worth at least 5 to 7 crore rupees. To put that in perspective, that's nearly $1 million allegedly swindled from everyday people. And this isn't just about money, you know? Police reports suggest that over 400 people might have been caught up in this scheme. That's hundreds of lives, hundreds of families who are now facing financial devastation. So, the big question is, how on earth did this happen? Let's dive into the core allegations against Jawed Habib and his associates. Okay, so here's what the police in Sambal, Uttar Pradesh are saying. They've got more than 20 separate police reports, or FIRs, on file. And they name celebrity hairstylist Jawed Habib, his son Anis, and others. The charge? Basically cheating investors through a crypto scheme run by a company called Follicle Global Company, or FLC. And things are serious enough that the authorities have issued lookout notices to make sure the family doesn't leave the country while this whole thing is being investigated. You know, at the heart of any investment scam is a promise that just sounds too good to be true. Let's look at how this one was apparently set up to pull in hundreds of people. So the whole alleged scheme really unfolds over about 2 years. It all kicks off in 2023 with this big promotional event in a hotel in Sambal. And who's there, drawing a big crowd? Jawed Habib and his son. Over the next year, hundreds of people invest, and they invest heavily. We're talking 5 to 7 lakh rupees each. But then, by 2025, the story takes a really dark turn. The company offices just shut down. The payments stop, and the people in charge, they allegedly vanish. By September, you've got desperate investors filing police complaints, and the whole scandal just explodes. Now, the company at the center of all this was called Follicle Global Company, FLC. The pitch was simple. Give us your money and we'll invest it in popular cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Binance Coin for incredible returns. But here's the kicker from the police investigation. They claim Jawed Habib's wife is listed as the company's founder. That suggests this was a direct family-run operation. The promise was just a world away from the alleged reality. It's night and day. On one side, you have the dream they were selling. These insane returns of 50 to 75% a year, monthly payouts of up to 35,000 rupees, and getting your entire investment back in just a few months. But on the other side, you have the alleged reality. The company disappears, the money's gone, and according to police, when victims started asking for their money back, they were actually met with threats. You know, behind the headlines and these huge numbers, there are real people. People whose lives have been completely turned upside down. Let's just focus on one of those stories for a minute. Just listen to this quote from one of the alleged victims. It really just cuts right to the human cost of all this, doesn't it? For so many, this wasn't just play money. This was money for life's biggest moments. And now, it's just gone. The person who said that is Mohammed Hilal, a 22-year-old AC mechanic. He told reporters he put in nearly 4.6 lakh rupees after going to that promotional event. And why'd he do it? He said it himself. He saw the celebrity Jawed Habib there, he heard the promises of huge profits, and he believed it. That money, it was for his sister's wedding, a dream that's now just on hold. Okay, now it's absolutely critical to remember that at this stage, these are all allegations. And Jawed Habib's legal team has a completely different version of what happened. So let's take a look at their side of the story. So what we have here are two totally conflicting narratives. The police allege that Habib used his fame to get people to trust FLC. The defense says no, he was just there as a chief guest to talk about hair and beauty, and that's it. The police say the family ran the whole show. The defense argues Habib had zero business relationship with FLC, and they even point to a public notice they issued back in January 2023 before the event, saying they had nothing to do with the company.
Ultimately, it's going to be up to the legal system to figure out which story is the truth. But look, regardless of how this specific case turns out, it's a huge cautionary tale. It's a powerful warning about the dangers that can hide behind a trusted name and the promise of easy money. So you might be thinking, is this just some crazy one-off thing, or is it part of a bigger problem? Well, let me tell you, the data is pretty clear on this one. And the scale of this problem is, well, it's staggering. Data shows that Ponzi schemes and other investment scams rake in billions, with a B, billions of dollars every single year. These aren't isolated incidents. It's a massive, ongoing problem that works by exploiting people's trust and their hope for a better financial future. So what's the big takeaway for you? It's all about recognizing the red flags. Be super skeptical of any investment that promises unusually high or guaranteed returns. If someone's pressuring you to invest right now, that's a huge warning sign. A celebrity's face on a project is not a substitute for real research. And if the details about how they're actually making money are fuzzy, or they're using a lot of confusing jargon about crypto to impress you, it's probably time to walk away. And that really leaves us with one final crucial question. In a world where famous faces are used to sell everything from shampoo to complicated financial products, the line between credibility and marketing is getting blurrier all the time. This whole case forces us to ask, when it comes to our money and to our future, who do we really decide to trust, and why?